Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Please join us. Join us. And please share the video so we can get started. Let me know where you are joining us from. So, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Sandy. Thank you for being here. I greet you as well. Hi, Asan. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Please share the video and have others join us so we can get started. Today, we're going to be breaking down truths from, we're going to be breaking down what's true and what's not true about money. So, as you join us, please share the video so others can join us. All right. Hi, Stella. Thank you for joining us. And invite others who would benefit from the live as well. Okay, if you know somebody who could benefit from watching the video, invite them to join us because financial information, you can never go wrong with it. Okay. So if you know somebody who could benefit from financial information, which I bet you is everybody, just invite them to come down and join us. It's going to be 15 minutes of financial information we're going to dish out. So, hey, Stella, are you joining us from Boya? Hey, it's good to see you. How is the weather over there today? Oh, it's already 8 p.m. over there. So, getting ready for bed already. Hi, Maxine. Good evening to you. Yes, it's 1 p.m. over here in Vegas. I'm wrapping up my vacation, getting ready to go home. Every good thing must come to an end. So, getting ready to go see the kids. Sending me some love. Thank you so very much. Please share the video and like the video as well. I could use some hearts because I'm ending my vacation here in Vegas. I'm very sad about that. So it's cold today. Oh yeah, it's beautiful weather out here in Vegas. So, but I hope it, gets better for you out there. So, all right, so we're gonna get started here. And hopefully others join us before we, as we progress in the live show. So today, like I said, we are going to talk about 5 facts about money. And at the end of this live show, like always, we are going to choose one attendee for our giveaway. So hopefully it's going to be one of you who is attending. And before we proceed, I always like to tell you I am a financial educator. I'm not a financial advisor. Every information I give out on my channel is for educational purposes only. Before you make any financial decision, be sure to consult with a financial advisor that you trust and always do your own research. With that being said, thank you for being here. I am Sylvie. And for those who do not know me, I am co-owner of Beyond Financial Reset, and our intention with Beyond Financial Reset is to break down financial information into simple bite-sized pieces so that you can use that information to be able to manage your money and build wealth. So today, we are going to talk about 5 facts and myths about money that you probably have not been taught in school. So please share the video if you're just joining us so that others can join us. Hi, Vicky. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Hi, Georgiana. Thank you. Thank you for being here to learn. Because if you were not here to learn, then I'll be talking to myself, right? So I appreciate you for being here so that I can talk to you. All right. So Let me know if you have ever heard about somebody say that you need to make a lot of money if you want to be rich. For those who are in the diaspora, they always say you need to make six figures. If you've ever heard somebody say that, type yes in the comments. Or if you've ever heard somebody say you need to come from a rich family for you to be rich or to stay rich. If you've ever heard anybody say any of these things I'm talking about, type yes in the comments. If you've heard somebody say you need a degree to be able to be rich, then type yes in the comments. If you've heard somebody say that you need a business in order to be rich or to build wealth, type yes in the comments. If you've heard somebody say that, if you say no, then you're being selfish, type yes in the comments. If you've heard somebody, tell you that, here, excuse me. If you've heard somebody say that you're too young to save or I'm too young to save for retirement, type yes in the comments. Well, this is just some of the things that we're going to be talking about today because these are just myths. And I'm going to be elaborating on this and telling you why this a myth and what facts, what the actual truth is. So, aside from this, I want you to drop in the comments what other three myths that you have heard people talk about. So, it can be anything from, you will never pay off your student loans, or everybody has debt and living with debt is the norm, or owning a home is just a dream and you can never own a home, or the fact that you're a single mom and you can never have money. So just drop it in the comments. What is it about money that some people talk about that you've heard them say that that is not true? Just drop it in the comments. And as we go along, we're going to break it down. Okay. So, the very first thing that I want us to talk about is, and I'm going to roll it out in the so we can see it, is that if you come from a poor family, you can not be rich. Not that you can't, not that you cannot, you can be rich. It's you cannot be rich. I'm going to correct that. Here we go. So that's something that people talk about, right? So they say if you come from a poor family, that you can never be rich. And people say this a lot when they see people who are struggling and hustling because they do not want to encourage other people who are coming from poor backgrounds. But here is what is actually true. Not only do we have a lot of what we call here in the diaspora everyday millionaires, which is people who have worked their butts off to become millionaires from their hard work, but a lot of successful people that not that came to the diaspora, are immigrants, have become millionaires. So they came from nothing and they have become millionaires and build their fortunes from scratch. So we know of famous people like Oprah, right? We know of famous people like Tyler Perry. Those are just famous names. But when I was preparing for this video, I also looked up, read about this Ghanaian guy in the tech industry, Jeff Badu, who came from nothing, but then he was able to build up his tech tech company from nothing. He came from Ghana, moved to the US, and now he is a mega millionaire. But the great thing about it is he's able to also use the information that he has learned to give back to other people and to encourage the young that they can also become what he is. So you can become successful even if your history, your past, you came from a poor family. So you are not defined by your background. You can build wealth not only for yourself, but for the generation that is coming after you. What you need is smart financial decisions, and you need consistency. There's this quote by Thomas Jefferson that says that poverty is a state of mind, and that poverty is a state of mind, not a limitation of resources. So if we're able to use the resources that we have at a disposal and network with other people, the people that we have around us, the people that have done what we want to do, the people that have gone before us, then we can become what they are. So these are just examples of people that have succeeded that came from nothing. And I hope that they can serve as encouragement for you that it is possible to come from a poor family and to become rich. The second myth that people throw around is that you're too young to think about retirement. Okay, here's the thing: it is never too early to start thinking about retirement because time is your greatest asset. Why? Because compounding works with time. It's not compounding makes use of time, right? So the earlier you start saving and investing, the better for you. And then the better you're going to be able to, the earlier you're going to be able to retire. So if you wait until you're older, then you're going to have to work longer, and you're going to be a burden to the people that you're going to be relying on. How many people have lived with their parents? Let me hear in the comments. How many people have had to take care of maybe their grandparents or their parents? Maybe people are doing it because they want to. But there are also people who are doing it because they're obligated to. So here's the thing about starting retirement early, right? If you start to prepare for retirement early, you will not be a burden to your kids because you would have saved enough for retirement. So now you would have options to come to your kid's house and leave when you want to leave. But then if you don't have enough saved for retirement, guess what? You'll come to your kid's house and you will have to stay because you have nowhere else to go. Or sometimes you hear of people who have retired, but then they're relying on GoFundMe's. Why? Because they haven't saved for retirement. I'm sure you've heard of people having to contribute for a lot of, our celebrities because they've had one or two demises, right? Now, that is not to say we don't want to help people who are in need, but it is also saying that it is great to prepare for retirement because one of the things about retirement is healthcare costs. It is so expensive. So you want to save up money for your healthcare costs so that when you get to retirement, you can afford to pay for those healthcare costs. All right. So the earlier you start saving for retirement, the better it's going to be. All right. So that's the second one. The third thing that people often throw around, or the third myth that they often throw around, is that you need a business to build wealth. How many people have been approached by business owners to start a business? Now, we're not only talking about I bring two people, you bring two people to start a business. Let me know if you've heard that saying. Bring one person, let me bring one person, and you bring two people. How many people have heard that? Because it's so common, right? For people to approach us and lure us into starting a business. Why? Because we often think that we need to start a business to build wealth. And here's the thing, many successful people have businesses. Having a business is a great way, is an amazing way to build wealth. I'm going to say that again. Okay? Having a business is a great way to build wealth. Not only are you able to save money on taxes, but you are able to grow your net worth very fast. But the thing is, not everybody is cut out for entrepreneurship. So there is nothing wrong with exploring other paths to building wealth. Starting a business is not the only option to building wealth. All right. So if people approach you with you need to start a business to build wealth, this is the point where you have to look at what your financial plan is and what works for you. Because if you don't have two people to bring two people who have two people to bring, and you don't like to knock on people's doors, then maybe that's not the right path for you. There might be people who are good at sales. Then that might be their thing, and it might not be for you. Okay? So you have to look at what are my values? What are the things that I like to do? What are my passions? If that is your passion, then you set up your business in a way that is going to work for you. If not, you look at other options of growing wealth, like investing in real estate, stocks and bonds, living below your means, and having more money again to save and invest in the other options that we talked about, like real estate, or increasing your earning potential, or just starting us having given money to people who have businesses so that they can invest, right? There's nothing like sitting back and having people invest your money and you just collecting the money that they are investing for you. So there are other options of building wealth that do not involve you actually being the entrepreneur. So please do not think that you have to actively be the business owner in order for you to build wealth. Hey, hi, it is great to have you. Hi, Ivy, good to have you. Thank you for joining us. I worked for 2 years and I was saving 20K every month. That's a good savings goal, but I'm not sure. So how did you, what was the plan and how did you grow the money after savings that? I would like to know what the follow up is to that. So let me know and I'll look out for the comments. Okay. All right. So like I was saying, if business is not for you, it is okay. Look at other options of, growing your wealth. That is fine. The fourth myth that people often throw around, especially when it comes to our culture, is, and I might just get crucified for saying this, but I'm going to put it out there. All right, is saying no is being selfish. But saying no is not being selfish. You are not responsible for everybody's happiness. You cannot take care of everybody. It is especially in a community where we are often laden with guilt that you have to contribute here and there and take care of everybody else while you are suffering inside. You sometimes are not able to verbalize how you feel or what your finances actually are. But it is okay to say, you know what? I actually cannot contribute at this time. I actually do not have the money to take care of my brother or my sister at this time. I actually do not have the money to take care of my friend at this time. I actually do not have the money to give you help at this time. I actually do not have the money to buy myself that pair of shoe at this time. It is okay to not only say no to other people, but to say no to yourself. No, saying no is not selfish. It is actually a very grown up thing to do. Why? Because not many people can do it. Not many people can have that much discipline to say no to themselves, to say no to other people. Because when you say no, you're actually choosing yourself and your values and saying, this thing doesn't align with my goals at this time. This thing doesn't align with my priorities at this time. So I'm going to put a pause on it. So, no. But when you say no, here's what you can do. You can look at other options to be helpful. So I might not have the money to give you like you want, but here's what I can do. I might cook food for you, but I might not have the money to give you, right? Here's the so Blissful Shire said, I worked as a nanny for 2 years and was saving 200K every month. Then after that, I rented a house and I took my younger sister and put her in school. Then I decided to learn a trade. Okay, that was very nice of you to do that and to be able to save that much money. And it shows like you do not have to earn that much money. You do not have to go to school and earn a big degree, right? To be able to save that much money. So thank you for sharing. And Ivy said, not everyone will be happy. Exactly. You cannot please everybody. So no matter what you do, if you go around saying yes to everybody, guess who is going to end up unhappy? You. So you have to decide how much help you can give to people, and so that you can set your boundaries around that. Because if you try to please everybody, the unhappy person is going to be you. So helping is great, but do not help people to the point where you become unhappy with yourself because you do not even identify who you have become. Because when you start saying yes to everybody, everybody else is controlling what you're doing. So set your boundaries around the help that you can give, and then just help within those boundaries. It's okay. Even when you give tithes, they give an estimate of how much tithes you can give, right? And then if you want to give after that, it's okay too. So it's not saying you only have to give 10%, but it's at least giving you an idea of how much tithes you can give. So that's exactly what setting boundaries are. You set your boundaries, but if next month you can give more, then you give more. It's the same thing. All right. So Dari said, I lost your comment. I was going to read it. Maybe we'll come back to it. And so the last one is talking about money is a taboo. So we do not talk about money a lot, especially in our African community. And we do not talk about it for three main reasons. First, because we fear judgment. What are people going to think about us? Are people going to complain to us if we talk about money? Are they going to have us solve their problems? So we don't want them to be we don't want them to throw their financial burden on us, right? And then the other thing is, we don't want to be seen as if we're bragging. So now we don't talk about money. Then the social awkwardness. We don't want to make the people around us to feel uncomfortable. So we don't talk about it because maybe the people around us are not making as much money as we are. Or maybe the people around us are making more than us. So let's not talk about money. And then the last thing is the lack of financial education. So now we don't know what to talk about. So let's not talk about it because maybe what we're saying is not right or we don't understand enough to talk about it. So let's just avoid the topic all around and that's it. But the thing is, my sister and I always say, closed mouths don't get fed. It's the same thing with education, right? If you don't open your mouth to speak, then you don't know what you do not know. If you don't open your mouth to talk about money, especially when it comes to the education, then you don't know what you don't know, and then people cannot help you. If you don't open your mouth to ask for help, then people are not going to help you. If you don't open your mouth to say, okay, you know what, I need this networking opportunity, then people are not going to help you get the job that's going to help you get a pay increase. So talking about money actually helps us to build trust, to connect us so that we can learn from each other. We can share our successes. We can share strategies so that we can make better financial choices. Say, for example, in my case, right? I did not come on here to share how my financial mess helped me to learn financial education. How many people through my story that have been helped would not have gained the financial education that I have put out, would not have gained the financial education that have now gained the financial education? So it is important that we talk about our financial stories because we can be able to help other people. Now, I also know that sometimes we have to talk to the right people, right? Because some people are not the right so, are not the right circle for us. We just have to exercise judgment, right? But in sharing our stories, we can empower other people so that they might go out there and seek the financial knowledge that they need. They might go out there and say, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm not getting paid as much as I need to get paid. Maybe I need to go and get a better side hustle. Maybe I need to go start investing my money better. Maybe I need to start managing my money better. Or maybe I need to stop spending my money as much as I'm spending. Or maybe if they were envying somebody on social media, maybe that person is really not doesn't really have as much money as I'm thinking like they have. Because why? Because we're sharing our stories and saying, I used to be that person who had all this designer stuff but was broke. So don't look at all those people thinking that they have money. They might not have the money that you think they have because been there, done that. Why? Because I shared my story, right? So talking about money definitely can help other people because knowledge is power. So let's break that our silence and encourage financial literacy in a community. And if you're afraid to start talking in large crowds, you can start in small groups. To start in your trusted circle. You know, if you have people that you trust, start talking about it amongst yourself. Hey, how did you manage your money? How much are you saving this month? And you know, the beauty about talking about money is that you hold each other accountable. When you share your goals, I need to save, 2,000 this month. Now you put it out to the university, put it out to your friends. Then your friends are going to circle back to you and say, all right, did you save that $2,000? Even if you haven't started saving, they're going to keep reminding you, shoot, I need to start saving that $2,000. Next 2 weeks, they see you. Did you save that $2,000? Now, even if you haven't saved it, they keep reminding you, you would eventually save that $2,000. But if you keep that saving $2,000 to myself or to yourself, and you don't tell anybody, there's nobody to hold you accountable. The probability that you're going to save that $2,000 it's not going to happen. So it also encourages accountability. All right. So the next time you see yourself shying away from money conversations, I just want to encourage you to just let yourself go. And like Mel Robbins, I love this lady. She's a personal finance, personal development lady. She just says, just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just say it. Don't overthink it. Okay. All right. So let's see. If you have any questions, you drop them in the comments and I will get through it. And while I'm going through that, I also want to know what are any beliefs that you've had about money that you shared before. I need you to drop them in the comments. Like, what are the beliefs that you had that you heard about money? Common beliefs, especially in your age group, that you hear people share about money. So, Sandy, for say this lesson really helped me. I need to practice everything in 2024. Yes, 2024 is the year where we're going to be learning more about money so we can grow our wealth and start managing our money better. So, and this was I said, you need good people to support you so you can start saving money. That's right. Because if you have people that help you spend money, then that's not going to be good for you. Okay. So your people need to help you save money. All right. So if you don't have any more questions, we're going to wrap it up here in a little bit. And I have somebody who is going to choose our giveaway winner. And so we have one lucky winner. And hopefully, like I said, you, even though we are giving away the $50, my hope is that you're also taking the financial information and you're applying it to your lives. All right. So the $50 is great, but the financial information is even better. So I do appreciate you for joining me. And I hope that I will see you tomorrow. And a giveaway winner for today is, drum roll please, a drum roll on the Rachel Defon. I think, where is Rachel? Rachel, hmm? Rahel Defon. Rahel Defon is the winner for today. So where are you? You have been chosen as a $50 giveaway. So Rahel, you have been chosen as a giveaway winner. Okay. So somebody's gonna be in contact with you to tell you how you can get your money. All right. So thank you for joining us. And I'll see you tomorrow. And please don't forget to share the video. And I love you for watching. So that's Rahel. And that's who is our giveaway winner. Boom.